Okay, on to topic 2, which is the second album review.
Yep.
Daya.
This will be my topic.
Love
I couldn't think of
Generation.
anything. So I said, screw it. There's another I.O.I. branch album out. We're reviewing it. Actually, there's like 8 I.O.I. branch albums out because no one understands what they're doing. But actually, no, I'm going to explain it. So, this is Daya's Love Generation.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask one question.
What?
Do you have to buy all of these separately?
Yes.
For physically, yes.
How much do they cost?
It was like $40 if you don't get the general version.
To get all
I'll
of them?
explain. I'm going to explain. So, yeah, this Daya's Love Generation. We're reviewing the digital version, which has everything. Physically, they released 4 versions. There's the general version, which has 3 songs, 4 songs. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Literally,
It only has 3 songs. Yeah, that sucks.
It'd be
3
like
plus
$10.
the instrumental. 3 plus the
3 plus
instrumental.
instrumental. Okay, so there's the general version, which has 3 plus the instrumental, includes "Can't Stop," which is the title track. Then there's a limited version, which adds 2 extra songs, so 4 or 5 songs plus the instrumental. Then there's 2 subunit albums. There's BCHCS, which has 3 separate subunit songs
S.
plus "Can't Stop," the title track. And then there's the L.U.B. subunit, which has 3 separate subunit songs plus the title track. And I bought all of them except the general version.
All right, so how do you want to do
I'm
this?
glad it did. Oh, we'll just go. So I was the digital version 3 main songs, then BCHS stuff, then L.U.B. stuff, then the
2 limited.
the limited tracks.
Yeah.
Because that's how I did it. Okay.
Yeah, same.
So, okay. I think that's just how the digital one's laid out. So, we're just going to review it in that order. And for reference, BCHCS is Yebin, Cheon, Hyun, Eunice, and Somyi. And then L.U.B. is Juyeon, Jenny, Eunjin, and Eunchae.
Why is it BCHCS?
Because they
Those are
fudged the... It's like... So, what was it, Jacob, in Korean? Like, what is the actual...
Bin Chen Hyun S.
yeah, so
What?
Bin, Yebin, Cheon... what was
It's
that?
Chen for Cheon. Just
Chen?
Chen.
Oh, Chin? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Hyun for Hyun.
Yeah, Hyun for Hyun.
And Su is the last one.
Su?
Well, before S.
Eunice. Yeah, Eunice.
Yeah. Yeah, and then S.
And Somyi. Yeah.
Wow, that's
DX.
so confusing.
But like I said, these yeah, all the other ones are Korean and then it's just S. But
Like, that one just doesn't make any sense.
They just
It's
gave
so
up.
convoluted.
They
But
just
yeah,
gave
no,
up towards
so-
the end.
these were chosen by the fandom, so like you can't even give MBK shit for it. It's just the fandoms came up with weird
AIDS.
ass
You
names.
are AIDS. For a reason.
So from the top is the title track "Can't Stop," which starts off with strings and piano.
Na, na, na,
And I loved it.
Na, na,
No.
na, na.
Not that song.
Not "We Can't Stop" or "I Can't Stop." It's just "Can't Stop." But yeah, it starts off like heavy strings and piano. I was like, this is an A-Pink song. And then it stayed an A-Pink song the entire time, including the choreography.
Yep.
And
That's part of the reason why I didn't like it, because I don't want.
I loved it.
Again, I like the song, but it feels like Daya doesn't know what their identity is yet. If that
I don't know,
makes-
this is what they've been doing the whole time, pretty much.
copying other groups.
No, been doing this style. Like,
Okay.
besides Mr. Potter, all their singles are similar.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking of. Like, Mr. Potter is just like weird as hell.
But like, Will You Go Out With Me?
What we got with you though was like weird.
It's not this style.
J-pop style,
But
almost.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's close. But then the 2 before Mr. Potter are 100% like A-Pink. They're very like cutesy, flowery girl group stuff.
I thought more G-Friend mostly because of strings.
G-Friend, yeah, G-Friend.
The,
A-Pink.
the only thing is though, it's just that like
I guess the strings point.
the sound makes me expect G-Friend, but the choreography is just like, oh, this isn't G-Friend. And
I think the vocals are a lot more A-Pink than G-Friend, though.
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
the vocals are
it's like
definitely.
weird,
There's a lot more like.
It's like a weird
know.
hybridization of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it wasn't
see
bad.
what they're trying to do, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked it. There's a
nothing that
sick
blew me away
guitar
as well.
solo during Heeyeon's rap, and that's easily the best part because Heeyeon's the best. And then there's a sweet guitar solo.
The MV was kind of boring though. It's literally just them in a school.
Yeah, it's just some kind of dancing around
Yeah.
school, like
So it's
outside
just
stuff.
rough without
it's
snow.
pretty similar, actually. Yeah. Now that
Like, not
you
even-
mention it, yeah.
Like, yeah, they I think they put more effort into the whole concept rather than
They definitely put more effort into the
subunits.
the subunit stuff than the title, which is
Alright.
weird, but whatever. Okay, Jacob. Any other comments?
It didn't blow me away. I thought it was a good song.
Yeah, that's
but
how
I don't
feel.
think it'd be anything I'd add to like my
Yep.
playlist. Like I have a loop playlist that I just listen to when I
Yeah.
have nothing else to listen to.
Yeah, just spoiler alert.
Yeah.
None of this I might add on maybe like 1 or 2 songs, but
Oh, really? Half of this album I would put on a loop playlist,
Nah.
but that's the half that's the confusing part.
because if you listen to the whole I guess we're listening to it wrong, quote unquote, considering the fact that it's technically supposed to be 3 separate albums. But listening to this back to back to back to back to back, a lot of the songs just sound like filler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I disagree. Well, I disagree. I 100% disagree. But we'll get there.
I think for me, I just wish they would have just done a consistent like full album instead of these weird like
I don't because
like splitting up
I
stuff.
I don't necessarily have a problem with it's a unique concept, definitely. It's just by subjecting yourself to releasing an album this way, you are leaving yourself open to, okay, this is better than this is better than this or whatever. So like
yeah, which is 100% true.
yeah, like you're definitely leaving yourself open to just like, okay, I only like half of these songs or whatever. So it would make sense if there was like uniformity, or why couldn't they have just released it? Why couldn't they have done a trilogy or whatever? They could have like pulled like a GOT7 where they're like, okay, this is like the full, like this is like the
They
group.
just release it one a month or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
as opposed to just instead. Well, one, it'd be easier on the wallets. Two, it'd be like I think people would be able to consume it a lot easier, because when you think about it, they released 3 MVs in like the span of 3 days or so. So I mean, how much exposure are you getting onto, like, to be completely, I didn't really like end up seeing the MV until like a day ago or like today. So I mean,
Yeah.
it just seems like doing it this way is almost like they're eating into their own sort of concept in terms of exposure. So yeah, there's definitely positives and negatives when it comes to doing this, but I applaud the effort at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it, but we'll get into why I like it later. Next is You're Different, which Andrew cited. Like, to me, this feels exactly like a filler song. It's just a standard girl group song. It does have this really like cool traditional Asian string instrument sounding thing going. Like, you can hear that.
Oh yeah, the
but yeah, the bump,
Yeah, it's
bump,
not
bump.
bad.
Like,
It's
it's
not
like
bad.
a walking, like, that part I liked, but overall, it's just standard girl group.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
no, it's just kind of generic for me, I guess.
Yeah, I think
exactly.
that's I think maybe the one thing that maybe why I don't, or I guess what makes certain Dia songs stand out more than others is that, again, a lot of these songs either the production doesn't do anything interesting, or like the lyrics or like the vocals aren't necessarily like going out there. And I get it, it's just like album tracks, but I don't know. Yeah,
I think what Dio would benefit from is if they took not an entire step but a half step towards Tiara, I guess. Give it
That'd be
a little more
More
life.
electronic stuff.
Yeah, you know.
like it
'Cause
doesn't necessarily.
it feels a little dead, I guess. It really is a little kind of my problem, I guess.
Sexy
you know?
nose, sexy lips, don't
Yeah.
you know?
Like, I don't think they need to go full Tiara. Like, they don't need to go like
Yeah, just a half step towards it.
yeah,
you know?
maybe just. I mean, like.
Popey.
I'll get to like what I think the direction is later. So when we have better understanding.
Yeah, when we get to the better parts of this review. Next is You and I, which has some pretty good electronic instrumentals and a pretty awesome guitar and bass part, actually. But they're really subtle.
I really like the instrumental on this.
This isn't bad. Yeah, this song wasn't bad. This kind of reminds me of an '80s track, like how the vocals work. So, Yeah, this wasn't bad.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite out of the 3 like general normal version of the album.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one.
Like, out of these first 3 songs.
Like I wouldn't mind if this one had a music video. So.
Yeah, I think this would have been better as a title.
Video for
this.
this.
For this,
yeah,
you think?
Yeah, I
you think it was strong enough
title.
to be a title track?
No one.
Over the other one, yeah. Over
Okay.
Can't Stop, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because this is kind of what Jacob was just talking about. Like, there's some electronic influences to this where it's like a half step to Tiara.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like more electronic influence, but not letting go of the cutesy
full,
concept that they got going.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't go full like EDM like Tiara did.
Yeah,
But-
like they don't
like,
necessarily need to abandon it because
Yeah.
I guess that's clearly like what they're going for. But I guess just an infusion, like a pinch of Tiara.
Because Tiara's almost like full like Europop sounding. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
need
you
to
don't
go
wanna
there.
go there.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be weird. That'd
Yeah.
be weird.
Yeah, that's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And even Tiara didn't do it with their last few songs.
they got rid of that. So.
Yeah. Okay, so getting into what Andrew and I were hinting at. So before we get into this, like even we were talking in chat, like so we're getting into the 2 subunit like track groups, and like to me these are the 6 best songs Daya has put out. Like all 6 of these
not
are
even
easily the best songs they've ever put out.
Like this middle section of like their of this album like leaps and bounds eclipses everything they've ever released. Like
exactly.
That's saying something. That's saying something.
They should just split Daya into 2 groups and promote as subunits because these songs are amazing. Okay, getting into the it's L.O.OK, which is the first BCHCS
is it
track.
L.O.OK or is it Low Oak? I can't tell.
I think it's L.O.OK.
Look, or is it Look or
Look, yeah, is the other thing.
I don't know.
But yeah, this is the one that had a music video. And it's got like funky bass and 80s like cheesy graphics and video and electronic sounds and
Pro tip, if you want me to like any music video or any song,
good.
just put something 80s in it and I will immediately, because not even joking, this is my favorite Daya song. Like,
oh yeah, this is easily my favorite Daya song.
and that's sad considering this is
Oh
a
no,
subunit.
I lied. It's not my favorite Daya song. I forgot. It's my second favorite Daya song.
Wait, what's your favorite Daya song?
We'll get there.
Okay. Because like, again, it's good that I finally am attached to something from Daya, but it's bad that why does this have to come out of a subunit? Why couldn't this be like a whole group thing? I mean, again, I like the conciseness of the vocals or whatever, so it's not too crazy, but man, again, it really does make you think, are they better off just splitting Daya into 2 groups? Because
if they followed these styles and kept going with it, yeah,
because again,
I think they are.
Like, it just seems way more interesting than anything they've done before.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like
they actually have like unique style, like unique sounds and directions.
Yeah,
to
because
it
I guess that's my ultimate problem with Dai is that a lot of it just seems like
it's
stuff
pretty generic.
Yeah, like again, we're in a pretty unique position that we listen to a lot of K-pop, or it's part of like our job.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, we listen to every song that's released every month. So
it's like, our unpaid job.
Yeah, it's our unpaid job. So again, obviously our opinions are going to be skewed
for now.
We're going to we're literally listening to the same sort of things like every day. But I mean, obviously, if somebody like comes into K-pop first, they're just like, "Holy shit, Dai's amazing!" Like because it's their first exposure.
Really
but
catchy.
again, it's hard for us to review in a vacuum just because we've heard so much stuff. So if that's why we're like I'm hard on a lot of this stuff is because again I've heard it before, so I need
definitely
something to impress me.
There isn't really too much uniqueness to their stuff that they put out so far, but for these subunit stuff, it's the exact opposite. It's really unique.
Like again, this is why I'm okay with the subunit thing because it's their best work easily.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I was glad they split it up because those 2 albums are like easily Dai's best. Okay, next is Kiss Me.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, Jacob. Never actually got to talk about this song.
So I actually do really like this song in particular, But like the reason I wish they hadn't split up is because I think like easily could have still done this.
This would have worked as a full group.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think
all these songs would have worked as a full group. Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they sort of retrofit it to do this. I mean, live they could probably make something work, or unless they insist on splitting up. The thing is, though, if you start doing concerts where okay, let's split up, let's do like the subunit songs. I mean, that's just gonna get it just keeps making you think. Just split them off into two groups at this point. Like,
yeah. I mean, it is nice.
Except
they usually
this
at concerts
has a horrible
do
name.
split. Huh?
This subunit has a horrible.
Yeah. The names would need to change if they did split up for sure.
Just make one Dia and the other one Aid. I don't know.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Anyway,
next is "Kiss Me," which is my favorite song because it's
yeah.
Tropical House song. And this is like card level Tropical House.
This is 1A. It's like 1A and 1B for me because I like this song a lot just because they pull it off like.
Yeah, they pulled off the Tropical House so well.
Very well, surprisingly well.
Yeah. Like
this is what I want to see from them. This is what I want to see.
Why didn't this get a music video?
Card Red Velvet level Tropical House song. It's so good. Like I think it really works because Heehyun's got that like idol rap, cutesy rap down, and that fits really well with Tropical House.
And again, like the chorus is almost absent of lyrics. So again, this could be a title track. This could be like where it worked well with a very well done choreo. So, God, they really played their hand wrong on this.
Yep.
Yeah. So good though. Yeah, this is my favorite song.
The drop is very good. It's
exactly
interesting at least. Like, you know, I guess it is what you'd expect from the Tropical House genre, but at least it's like I don't know.
It fits them really well.
It works. You wouldn't think cutesy Tropical House would be a thing, but I don't know. They pull it off.
Yeah, it's good. The last of the BCHCS songs is "It's Your Choice," which is a like upbeat acoustic pop song. But this is actually my third favorite song. Like the BCHCS songs, all three of them are my three favorite songs. Like straight up.
Because you said before, like all your biases are in this subunit, so
that's what I was saying. Okay, yeah, but we'll get into that too. But yeah, like I think they pulled this off really well too. Like they took three completely different song genres for BCHCS and pulled them off really well, for all three of them.
Like, not to spoil scores or anything, but if we're scoring this individually, I would have given this an 8. I would have given the BCHCS stuff an 8. That's how solid. Yeah. That's how solid it is in my book. So.
Yeah, I agree. If you went it by like chunk by chunk,
which I'm going to, so that's why I'm not saying what I'm doing, because I actually did do it chunk by chunk. But yeah, I think they did this song really well.
Let me tentatively do that while we talk.
Yeah, like it just surprised me so much that like these three songs are so different but work so well, and they just blew away the like main tracks of the full group.
That's it's such a weird situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess it's almost like how I listen to a lot of Zico, but I don't listen to a lot of Block B.
Yeah, that's a good way. Like I'm trying to think of subunits that are like that, and it's hard to think of. Like I'm sure there's some people that listen to TTS more than main SNSD because they're like on SNSD's level or better.
Like or TTS or Taeyeon Solo
like,
or
Tiffany
Solo or
because it's
Solo.
Like the greatest hits of SNSD but members instead of songs.
Yeah,
like let's just take the best members and make a subunit. Which So getting into the L.U.B subunit, going into this, I was like, there's no way I like this as much as BCHCS because all of my, like all the people I care about in Dia are in BCHCS.
Well, I mean, I didn't like this that much, but I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, yeah, but I still like, I loved this album just as much. Like not as much, I guess, because the BCHCS songs are my three favorite, but these are just after it. Okay. So first is "Darling My Sugar," which is how I describe the song is it's like if Lovelyz took Ice Cream Cake and took like the EDM influences out of it.
Yeah, no,
it reminds me of like Ice Cream Cake mixed with Lovelyz.
Yeah, no, that's
like
exactly how I would put
it.
Like the song, yeah, it's catchy. The chorus sounds like the chorus itself sounds very very Red Velvet-ish. Like the whole xylophone thing in towards the beginning, the la 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 la, like that's straight out of Ice Cream Cake. So
yeah, exactly. That's where
this wasn't bad. This wasn't bad. I mean, the music video for this one was kind of way more boring than the other one because it didn't really do anything interesting in terms of theme. It was just them hiding behind a wall, or they're just like sitting in a house in like some like a kitchen table or something.
Well, I mean, in BCHCS they're just sitting in a house, but it's 80s, so you like 80s, it.
So I like it more. Literally, just that's all you have to like. That's literally all I have to do. Just put anything in the just say like if this take place in the 80s, and I will immediately like it.
If they just put some 80s filter over this MV, you'd love it, but you don't because it's not 80s.
I mean, like the cinematography didn't do much for me as well. I don't know. It just. Maybe if it's one thing to the detriment, it seemed like they tried to copy Red Velvet a bit too much because it kind of seemed like they tried to do the whole Russian roulette, weird camera angle, weird I don't know, like weird sort of I don't know like artistic side sort of thing that they I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah.
It kind of seems like they went too deep on that end, but. It wasn't bad. This is my favorite song out of the L.U.B subunits. Jacob?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably my favorite L.U.B song. I don't think I like it as much as Kiss Me on the other side, but I did enjoy the song and I thought it was pretty good. It sounds to me kind of like you guys said, like Ice Cream Cake. It sounds to me like a Red Velvet like album track, I guess.
Yeah.
Like something you find on there, like not a single, but something you find on the album.
Yeah, it's definitely got that weird Red Velvet FX kind of, but like cutesy FX, like weirdness.
Yeah.
I think this is probably actually my least favorite L.U.B song, but
really,
I like it a lot
because I didn't care for the other ones too much.
Really, I liked them.
I mean, they were bad. It's just this one was the go ahead.
Yeah, next is Just a Bite, which this is A-Pink. This is just straight up A-Pink. Strings, electro pop, like
maybe that's why I didn't like it so much.
It starts off instantly like an A-Pink song. I'm like, yep.
Oh, it's only one bite on Spotify, but same thing, just one bite.
Okay, just one bite. Yeah.
Only one bite on Apple Music also.
Okay, yeah. I just
Wikipedia.
I pirate. I'm a horrible person and listen to these albums on YouTube, so I have to take fan translations.
The chorus is very, very, very like A-Pink, everything about the
instrumentation
of it, especially. So
yeah,
but again, it's good. But again, I've heard it before.
Yeah, I liked it though. I think it's a better A-Pink song than the group track A-Pink song.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'd rather they'd actually, instead of Can't Stop being the single, if they were to pick they could probably make this into a full group song, and I'd probably sort of receive it better.
Jacob.
So for me, I guess it kind of this might sound weird, but it reminds me of like a Christmas song for some reason.
Yeah, it does sound like yeah.
It sounds like something you'd hear in like the freaking like I don't know the mall or whatever when you're Christmas shopping to steal your synesthesia.
I think it's that like upbeat symbol like constantly through the entire song. It kind of sounds like a tambourine.
Yeah. Yeah. And like even because not even just because of the title, but like I just visualize somebody eating like Christmas cookies and stuff. Like
that's funny.
It's like, oh boy, Christmas. Like I don't know. It's just
I can definitely see that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good song. So
last but not least is I Need Healing, which is an Overwatch spam.
Genji.
I need healing.
I need healing.
I need healing.
I need
healing. You know, I love that's all that's the first thing we all thought of.
Yeah. But it's a piano ballad.
Yeah.
But it's actually my favorite out of the L.U.B songs.
No,
I thought it was a really good ballad.
Again, though, how are the Dia subunit vocals more interesting than the Dia full group?
Like, everything Dia subunit is more interesting than Dia.
It's just
like
baffling. You'd think, like simple math, you think more people would be like, oh shoot, there's a lot of good people that can sing. But no, like, I don't know.
Yeah, this reminds me of like late 2000s, early 2010s K-pop ballad. It's got that like late SES vibe.
Yep.
Or like BoA type stuff, early Sochi.
Yep. So yeah, just
So
like that.
that's why it's my favorite. It brought me back, and it was good.
All right. So yeah,
good.
if I were to rank this section,
Okay.
I'd give it a 6. Well, I mean, I gave 4 out of 6 for the music, but the concept didn't really sell me. So, I mean, I still give it a bias point though.
For I Need Healing, at least, I was actually really surprised. Their vocals are pretty strong here, but like in the actual songs, they never showcase it that much.
Yeah. Well, they actually that's because they haven't done anything vocal heavy in terms of title tracks. Like if you listen to their album stuff, there's some good ballads, and
I guess that's probably the frustrating thing about Dae. It's that there's talent there. It's just they keep it's
not
just
being utilized. I don't think
it
they
just
don't have
seems
the
like
right song yet.
Maybe we should be in charge. Like MBK, hire us, please. We could probably run Dae better.
Yes. Well, MBK's not known for handling artists very well. So. I mean, they're no DR music, but like
they're no Corridel.
Oh, I mean, they don't need shots. Yeah, they're no Corridel, that's for sure. God, I hate Corridel so much.
Well, let's not get you started on that.
Hit the playback already. Okay.
Almost 2 months after you promised it. Okay.
I need healing, and actually another thing it reminded me of. It kind of reminded me of 21's Lonely.
Yeah,
it's like as far as like
the verses are almost the same sort of like
that too.
The cadence of it. So
maybe
that's why it wasn't that bad of a song. So
yeah, I liked it a lot.
Overall, I'd give the L.U.B 7 if I gave the other one 8. So yeah, I like that as well.
And last but not least, in my opinion, there's 2 limited tracks, which are full group tracks. And to me, they're 100% way better than the non-limited. They totally, like, are gouging money out of you, because these songs, I think, are way better. But yeah, so first is hashtag GMGN, so good morning, good night. And this is another, like, A-Pink style song.
This sounds like love.
I think it did it better than all the general group.
Why isn't this a single?
Yeah, exactly. This should have been a single. Yeah, exactly. Basically, a single is like one of the weakest songs on this album.
That's why I'm so eternally frustrated with this album.
It probably is for me too.
This whole entire album is like literally like opposite.
Actually, You're Different. I think You're Different is worse than Can't Stop, but
okay.
Can't Stop's probably second worst.
This whole album is opposite day. The subunit stuff is better than the group stuff. The album tracks are better than the single. What?
Yeah, the limited edition special tracks are better than the general album tracks.
Like typically, you put the 2 crappiest tracks as the limited ones.
Jesus Christ!
Well, they want to sell it. Word of mouth. You're just like, hey, this is the best one. So buy limited version. Okay, and last but not least is Paradise, which is more tropical house, and that's all we need to say because it's really good.
Yeah, more tropical house.
So this is kind of what like we were saying. Like they could have done Kiss Me as a group song, and this is Kiss Me as a group song. It's a tropical house song.
Yeah, basically.
It's not as good, but
it's not as good as Kiss Me.
This should have been the group title track, I think, though. Like if you had to pick from the group ones, but like because the tropical house stuff is in, right? But like it works and it feels amazing. Fresh for them. You know, it's not like boring and generic. You know, so
yeah, we honestly tropical house is in, but it's outside of card or no. There aren't any girl groups that are doing it as singles.
Yeah,
it's all album
mostly
tracks.
guy groups and stuff.
Guy groups and card.
Because it seems like they're too afraid to like mess with the status quo. Because it seems like A-Pink G-Friend, like that style of girl group is what's in. Again, G-Friend went back to that. Stuff, so so that's why
like sexy girl groups are completely out. Pretty much. Fierce girl groups are out.
Rip A.O.I.
Yeah, like A.O.I. and that type of stuff's out.
K-pop needs
stuff like
we need more groups that take a risk, you know?
Yeah, like Wiki Miki.
Because well, like how you be successful successful, I guess, is you do what works, but how you be enormous and huge is you take a risk and you make something
Do
like
something
amazing,
new.
you know?
Like
Yeah, 'cause
Card,
I mean-
because Card started the whole
Dreamcatcher,
Tropical
stuff
House
like that,
thing.
you know?
Or like
nobody
they're
was
both
doing
really
Or
it.
like
Tropical
literally
House
like
Dance
back
Hall.
in the day, BTS was taking a huge risk in
Yeah,
like how they were
yeah.
doing, and they're the big
International fans shoved them right into the door.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
they hard
Card,
carried
let's
them
do
all the
a-
way to like
Let's
number
do a
one.
North American tour before we even debut in Korea,
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, for
it's just,
Card, yeah.
or a
Card's
world
gonna be
tour
huge.
actually.
I do believe that like girl groups definitely need more risk in their at least their title tracks.
I mean, Dreamcatcher's doing. Dreamcatcher is the one that's doing it.
Dreamcatcher's
They're like, we're gonna do something
shi-
new, and they're
Well, they're already
huge.
big in Japan and in other
Yeah.
countries.
They're freaking
so-
royalty,
yeah.
or like they're
Yeah.
like the freaking queen.
Yeah,
of
they're
Thailand
actually. Yeah, exactly.
is a Dreamcatcher What's do they have a fan group?
No, they're actually meeting her or something.
They played
they
for her
actually get to
birthday
meet
or
her.
something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Did they have a fan
Oh,
name
goodness.
yet? Or
I don't know. Nightmares.
Probably like demons or freaking
Nightmares.
something weird like that.
Yeah.
anyway,
I'm
back
down.
to-
I'll be a nightmare or demon. Okay. Overall, so I didn't do my sub stuff. So the main group album, just the general album.
Yep.
Well, no, I think I counted the limited tracks in here because
Yeah,
I did
just-
4. Yeah, so the limited edition album basically is what this is. I did 4 out of 6 for songs, 2 out of 3, and then 1 out of 1, so a 7. And that's hard carried on the back of the limited tracks.
I gave it like for like the group stuff, I gave it a 6 because like 4 out of 6 for music, 1 out of 3 for concept, 1 out of 1 for bias. Yeah, again, like this is like when an album frustrates me, I can't really give it a good score. Like when when all the decisions that they make and sort of how they're promoting it, like that's I mean, it wasn't that the album tracks weren't bad. It's just that like the title track seems to really weigh it down for me, or just like all these decisions that they're making really weigh it down. For me.
even the fact that they chose that as the title track, like
Yeah.
you know, I think for me, so for the group stuff, full group stuff, I gave it a 6 just because Can't Stop and You're Different sort of weighed it down. So I have an 8, 6, and 7. So obviously the full thing's gonna be a 7 overall.
7. Okay.
I have
So,
8, 6, and 6.
4 out of
so.
6. Four. So I had 4, 2, 1. So
Okay.
yeah.
What would you give it the whole thing then, Andrew? If you
I gave the
6 and 6.
I gave the whole thing a 6.
7 or 6. Okay.
Yeah, again, as much as I loved the BCHCS, again, it feels like it gets weighed down by everything else. Unfortunately, it's a shame.
Yeah. For me, it was opposite. This might be I.O.I. I don't even think, honestly, to be honest, this isn't like the I.O.I. stand in me. It's just how I felt about the album. So like I said, 7 out of 10 for the overall general album, hard carried on the limited tracks. But honestly, I thought BCHCS and L.U.B to me were 10 out of 10s. Like, I loved everything on both of those albums. So those were both 6 out of 6, 3 out of 3, and 1 out of 1. So the whole album I gave a 9 because of that. I think, honestly, if you took out the first 3 tracks of this album, I would have given it a 10 out of 10. 100%.
I would have probably, I would have given it
I
a
gave
higher
it a
score.
9.
Yeah,
Like, to me, you're saying the title track weighed it down. To me, it just gave it a bad start, but I got more and more, like, happy with it as the album went on, so that's why I think I rated it so high. Because it's like, you get the bad shit out of the way at the beginning, and then I just keep listening to the album, like, oh, this is amazing.
I just feel like I walk in the door and somebody stinks in my face. And I'm just like, you know.
I just ran past it, is what I did.
Yeah, you're like, ooh, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. It just kept going, and I'm like, oh my god, this house is full of like puppies and video games.
Yeah, whatever.
And 80s.
Right.
Like if it
And
started off 80s, maybe I would have
80s puppies and video games.
Yeah, it's got a huge sign outside. It just says 80s on it. Andrew runs right
10
in
out
there.
of
He's
10,
like,
best
"What?"
album.
Yeah.
Best.
So yeah, to me this is a 10 out of 10 album marred by the title track. So I only docked it 1 point for that.
All right. So overall, 7.
7.
So that'll give a seal of approval, I believe, because I think it's 7 to 8 seal of approval. So
Yeah, it is.
7.2.
Yeah,
Maybe
but I
on
mean,
our Daebak
to be completely
Soundcloud.
honest, I might only be listening to like 1 or 2 songs off of this from in the future. Like,
Oh, I'm listening to that.
Yeah,
I'm listening
there
to.
are 3 of them that I'll listen to. So
To me, I'm listening to everything from song 4 on. But I mean, I'm listening to it all because I just shove everything in the I.O.I playlist anyway.
Yep. So, 7 out of 10 overall.
Ice Chew's so good. I love that song. It's so funky. I had to put it that high. I don't know why. I knew you guys would be surprised that I did, but I love that song.
Actually, I wasn't surprised that Ice Chew was
Nah.
so high.
Was
No,
number
I'm not
3.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
You were
I knew.
like,
I knew you'd be surprised. We was my number 1. I kept going back and forth there.